Good evening, everyone. This is EmoNews every moment online. In tonight's headlines, Dominica Police Force is celebrating Police Week 2025. Dominica's newest hotel, Ocean Oasis, officially opened its doors. Students of the Bells Primary School get into agriculture. NCCU continued its 15th anniversary celebrations on Sunday. Guyana announces new incentives to drive economic expansion. And Dominica wins gold in ECVA 2025 championship. These stories and more coming up next. Stay with us.
We're at the different phases in life. We move at a different pace. All we need is to be supported. Cause when the baby's coming, business needs revamping, the new job's starting, and you need an outfit. Let momentum hook you up. Momentum will hook you up. The wedding's planning, rent due dates coming. Momentum is your support financing. Let momentum hook you up. Momentum will hook you up.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm your presenter, Rick Francis. This is the news broadcast for the 17th of November, 2025. In local news this evening, Dominica's newest hotel, Ocean Oasis, was officially opened on Friday. Located in Lale Coco, Castle Comfort, the property features rooms and is expected to provide much-needed accommodation space in the Greater Roseau area. At the official ceremony, remarks were delivered by Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit.
Every time a new development like this opens its doors, it sends a clear message to the world that Dominica is moving forward. This is a bold vote of confidence in our economy, in our people, and in the direction this country is heading. I often say that development is not just about government spending. It is about confidence. Confidence from investors, confidence from our partners, and confidence from the men and women who get up each day and work hard to build something lasting. Ocean Oasis is a perfect example of that confidence.
The parliamentary representative, Honorable Shakira Lockhart Hippolyte, highlighted the economic and community benefits the new hotel will bring.
And let us not forget the wide circle of opportunities this project brings. To our fishermen, the hotel's restaurants will depend on your daily catch. Let your nets be full and your standards high. To our farmers, your produce will supply the kitchens that feed guests from every corner of the world. To our craftsmen and artists, your paintings, carvings, music, and performances will tell the Dominican story to every visitor who walks through these doors. To our entertainers, dancers, and cultural performers, your rhythm will be the heartbeat of the Ocean Oasis experience. To those in the culinary arts and the wider service industry, your creativity and warmth will turn every meal and every encounter into a memory. This is how the Ocean Oasis Hotel becomes not only a business, but an ecosystem, linking tourism, agriculture, fishing, culture, and enterprise into one vibrant chain of opportunity.
Developer Floyd Capitolin described Ocean Oasis as a testament to the potential of every Dominican to achieve great things right here at home.
And this building, I don't want it to be seen as something constructed by me, but rather a reminder to every Dominican that irrespective of your color, your family background, your status, you can achieve great things in this very country. Some goals can look big, they can look difficult at times. You will feel overwhelmed. You may feel that you should give up, and these feelings will come. And even friends will tell you, but why are you working so hard? That's not necessary. You're going to die and leave it all. But please, keep pushing. Keep pushing.
The National Cooperative Credit Union, NCCU, continued its 15th anniversary celebrations on Sunday with an outdoor extravaganza at the Teza playing field in Maho. It was a fun-filled afternoon for the entire family with activities that especially delighted the younger attendees. We heard from NCCU manager, Kurf Charles.
Okay, we are gathered here at Teza Ground in Maho to celebrate the NCCU 15th anniversary celebration, and this is another opportunity to be at the St. Paul branch area because the St. Paul branch is putting on this activity, and we're so happy that we could be in the community because that's part of who we are. NCCU is being in the community and the community is us. So as a family, we get into the community. We have so many activities here. There are games, there are dominoes, space painting. As you look behind me, the kids are having fun on the bouncing castle. So we are asking you to just be part of our celebration, and we're just happy that we could be here today. Thank you.
Marketing manager Shari Pascal Maruni also encouraged children to keep submitting their artwork for the ongoing anniversary competition.
NCCU is happy to do the St. Paul branch in particular. Of course, it forms part of the 15th anniversary celebrations of the NCCU. We are happy to be 15, so happy anniversary to all NCCU members. Again, you know, sometimes people when they celebrate their birthday, they do the whole month, something like that. So we're doing the whole month. So we just want to say thank you again to all the NCCU members who have made it possible for all of this to happen. It's not just about the staff of the credit union, but it is also about the membership. Well, it's more so about the membership because without the membership, there will be no NCCU. So we just want to say thank you, happy anniversary, happy birthday. And if you have missed any of the things that we had, there are still a few things going on and still a few things to look forward to. So this is not the last activity for the anniversary. As I said, it's a whole month of talking about our commitment, our spirit, our 15 years of serving the Dominican Republic. So look out for creative expression. I want to appeal to all the children. If you have not sent your piece yet, your painting, go onto our page, ask your parents to check our page. We send the information to the school. There's still a chance to win. So happy anniversary, everybody.
A multi-sector focus group on strengthening food security and improving health to fight non-communicable diseases was held Friday at the Dominica China Friendship Hospital. Stakeholders from health, agriculture, and education reviewed how locally grown nutritious food can help prevent and manage NCDs and discussed barriers to access better farming practices and opportunities for collaboration. Participants included leaders from the Dominica Hospitals Authority, officials from the Ministry of Health, technical officers from the Ministry of Agriculture, and representatives from Dominica State College. The event was hosted by the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Social Services in partnership with the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Blue and Green Economy, with technical support from the University of Florida. On Friday, November 14th, the Dominica State College celebrated participants who successfully completed the Commonwealth of Learning or e-learning project. Certificates were awarded in two key areas that supported DSC's digital advancement: developing an online policy for the Dominica State College, training educators and staff in the delivery of online courses. The achievements reflected a strong commitment to innovation, adaptability, and building a more digital-empowered Dominica. Special thanks were extended to the Commonwealth of Learning, COL, for its continued partnership in advancing accessible and high-quality education. Also in local news, students of the Bells Primary School got a hands-on look at the many sides of agriculture during a farm hopping activity held under the CCRAF On the Road initiative. The young 4-Hers explored backyard gardens, agrotourism sites, and livestock operations, an experience that sparked curiosity, teamwork, and plenty of excitement. They learned how to establish seedlings and saw firsthand the opportunities that exist within the agriculture sector. The event was made possible through generous support from several sponsors. Bloombox donated seedlings, WUSC Caribbean provided tools and potting materials, and the National Bank of Dominica offered environmentally friendly tokens, including reusable water bottles. Additional support came from the Caribbean Confederation of Credit Unions and community sponsors such as EcoBalance Inc., D-Smart Farm, Bonnie Enterprises, Barney's Farm Products, and China Aid. The IICA team was also present to witness a day dedicated to inspiring the next generation of sustainable growers. The Ministry of Education congratulated students across Dominica who performed exceptionally well in the 2025 CSEC and CCSLC examinations. Local Registrar Magali Celestine provided an update on the overall results, noting areas of strong performance and continued academic growth.
The Ministry of Education, Human Resource Planning, Vocational Training, and National Excellence is proud to announce that for the 2025 Regional Merit List, 15 of our students were ranked among the top 10 in the region, 7 different subjects coming from 6 different schools. For CSEC, Godisha Joseph of the Northeast Comprehensive School ranked in 7th position for physical education and sports. Christine Defoe of the Pierre Charles Secondary School ranked in the 3rd position for textile, clothing, and fashion. For CCSLC, Sari Bruni of the Castlebrook Secondary School ranked in 6th position for digital literacy. For English, Michael Lawrence of the Castlebrook Secondary School ranked 1st position in the region. For French, the Arthur Waldron SDA Academy captured the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd places in the region. Shalia Valmo came 1st, Laureline Valerie in 2nd position, and Khalid Collier in 3rd position. The Dominica Grammar School also excelled in French, and Gabrielle George emerged in 6th position, while Divina Telemac from the Arthur Waldron Academy came in 8th position, and Erlens Valmir, also of the Arthur Waldron SDA Academy, emerged 10th position. For mathematics, Adeja Shillingford of the Dominica Grammar School and Khalid Collier of the Arthur Waldron SDA Academy topped the region, and they shared the 1st position. Naima Sorrendo and Catriel Stedman of the Dominica Grammar School, Zayden Cornelius and Kiani Seaman of the Portsmouth Secondary School, and Michael Lawrence of the Castlebrook Secondary School all were ranked in the 8th position. Sari Bruni of the Castlebrook Secondary School ranked in the 2nd position in the region for social studies. The Ministry of Education congratulates all of our candidates who continue to excel every year at both the CSEC and CCSLC exams. Job well done.
The Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force is celebrating Police Week 2025 this week, a period dedicated to honoring the commitment, service, and partnership between the police and the people of Dominica. From November 16th to 23rd, a series of events are being held across the island, including school visits, exhibitions, fitness and talent showcases, community activities, and the annual awards night, all aimed at strengthening the connection between the police and the public they serve. Police Week highlights the dedication and professionalism of officers, while emphasizing that effective policing is built on trust, cooperation, and community spirit. This week also features the official Police Week song, Serving with Pride, performed by Bernard Reds Daru. The celebration reflects service, strength, and unity. And finally, in local news this evening, the Ministry of Agriculture's Fisheries Blue and Green Economy Division is gearing up to observe World Fisheries Day on November 21st, 2025. A special panel discussion will highlight this year's theme, Small-Scale Fisheries Building Blue Economies. Featured speakers include SSNR Manager Norman J. Norris, Oceans Forward Representative Simon Walsh, and Maritime Consultant Harold Geist. The discussion will be moderated by Chief Fisheries Officer Derek Theophile. The event takes place November 21st from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Fisheries Division Conference Room. Organizers say the panel will explore experiences, challenges, and new opportunities in strengthening the fisheries sector and protecting marine resources. Those wishing to attend can RSVP at 266-5262. That's 266-5262. And that's all for local news this evening. Stay tuned for regional news coming up next. And now for regional news. Guyana announces new incentives to drive economic expansion. President Dr. Mohamed Irfin Ali says the 2026 budget will introduce major fiscal incentives to boost agro-processing, tourism, and manufacturing. Speaking at Guy Expo 2025, he said the measures will attract investment, support SMEs, and help Guyana become a regional agro-processing leader. Plans include mega food parks, new tax breaks, farmer diversification support, and a digital agriculture app. The gas-to-energy project will anchor new manufacturing hubs, while tourism upgrades will feature improved airstrips, new municipal airports, and expanded investment zones. The president said these efforts are part of a wider strategy to shock-proof Guyana's economy and drive long-term growth. Also in regional news, U.S. launches new military drills in Trinidad and Tobago as tensions rise. The United States began a 5-day military exercise in Trinidad and Tobago on Sunday, expanding recent training activity that Venezuela has labeled a military provocation. Trinidad and Tobago officials say the drills involving the U.S. Marine Corps focus on countering drug trafficking and strengthening local security forces, not preparing for action against Venezuela. The exercises come as the U.S. boosts its Caribbean presence, including deploying the USS Gerald R. Ford, prompting Venezuela to mobilize its own forces and heightening concerns of a wider conflict. Washington insists the buildup targets narcotics operations, but analysts note it's the region's largest U.S. military deployment since 1989. And residents of Guadeloupe and Martinique are seeking compensation and accountability from the French government after decades of exposure to the toxic pesticide chlordacone. In March 2025, a French court ruled the state responsible for harming 11 people, including reproductive disorders and prostate cancer, acknowledging France knowingly allowed chlordacone use despite its own risks. More than 90% of residents on both islands have the chemical in their blood, and prostate cancer rates are among the world's highest. Although the US banned chloroquine in 1976 and the WHO classified it as a carcinogen in 1979. France continued its use on banana plantations until the mid-1990s. The pesticide persists in soil and water for up to 600 years, contaminating rivers, crops, livestock, and nearby communities. In some studies link chloroquine to prostate cancer, premature birth, developmental problems, and reduced fertility. A 2025 study found highly exposed women were 25 to 28% less likely to conceive. Nearly 1,300 residents have sued, with only a few who won up to €10,000. But the case may set a precedent. The government has appealed, drawing criticism for contradicting public statements, acknowledging responsibility. France has offered free blood tests, soil testing, and residue limits on food, but many residents argue that measures simply manage rather than resolve. A long-term environmental and public health crisis rooted in colonial neglect. And that's all for regional news this evening. Stay tuned for international news after this break.
Look yours, it's not just a game, it's our game. Dominica's very own jackpot, Match 5.
And now for international news. Protests in Mexico City turns violent after mayor's killing. A youth-led protest in Mexico City erupted into violence, leaving about 120 people injured, most of them police officers. The demonstration was sparked by the assassination of Michoacan Mayor Carlos Alberto Manzo Rodriguez, known for fighting drug trafficking gangs. Clashes broke out near the National Palace when mass protesters tore down security fencing. Police responded with tear gas and fire extinguishers as both sides exchanged projectiles. President Claudio Sheinbaum, who still holds high approval ratings but faces criticism over security issues, accused right-wing groups of trying to infiltrate the movement and amplify it through social media bots. And now moving over to Ethiopia. Ethiopia confirms Marburg virus outbreak in southern region. Ethiopia has confirmed an outbreak of the highly lethal Marburg virus in the country's south. According to the Africa CDC, at least 9 infections have been detected. World Health Organization Chief Tedros Ghebreyesus announced on Friday. Marburg, a close relative to Ebola, causes severe bleeding, fever, vomiting, and diarrhea, and can kill up to 80% of those infected. The Africa CDC says early tests show the virus strain is similar to previous cases found in East Africa. Health authorities in Ethiopia have moved quickly to contain the outbreak around the Jinka area, with further investigations and lab analysis underway. Regional officials warn of the need to prevent the virus from spreading to neighboring countries. Recent Marburg outbreaks in Tanzania and Rwanda claimed 10 and 15 lives respectively. There is currently no approved vaccine or antiviral treatment, though supportive care such as rehydration can improve survival. Rwanda recently trialed an experimental vaccine developed by the Sabin Vaccine Institute. And that's all for international news this evening. Stay tuned for the sports segment after this message. And welcome to the sports segment. In cricket news, New Zealand takes 1-0 lead after narrow win. New Zealand have opened their ODI series against the West Indies with a nail-biting 7-run victory. New Zealand set a target of 269 for 7, and the West Indies came close in reply, reaching 262 for 6 in their 50 overs. The result gives New Zealand a 1-0 advantage in the 3-match series. Tonight we celebrate an impressive victory for Dominica. The Special Olympics Dominica team has secured the gold medal at the inaugural Special Olympics 3-on-3 Division 3 basketball tournament in Guadeloupe. A proud moment for the athletes and the nation. Congratulations to the team. And Dominica is celebrating a historic win after capturing gold at the Under-23 Men's Championship in St. John's, Antigua. The team defeated the hosts 3-1 at the YMCA with set scores of 25-15, 20-25, 25-17, and 25-19. Dominica dominated across the board, leading in attacks, blocks, and aces, while committing fewer errors than Antigua. The stars of the match included Kurt Jamal Peltier, who topped all scores with 18 points, Sharon Vidal with 17 points, and Larion Tula, who added 12. Antigua's Emmanuel Asaf Donovan led his team with 9 points. Sharon Vidal has been named Most Valuable Player of the 2025 Under-23 Men's Championship. Vidal led Dominica to an undefeated run, sealing the gold medal. Vidal not only earned MVP honors, but was also named Best Opposite. Several teammates also dominated the award stage. Taj John Jules, first Best Outside Hitter. Jamal Peltier, second Best Middle Blocker. Miguel Fontaine, Best Libero and Best Digger. Head coach Itoma James praised his squad preparation and focus, saying they came with one goal to win the tournament.
What can I say? Congratulations again, coach.
Oh, thank you. We are very proud, and we want to thank everybody back home, all the supporters here in Antigua, everybody. We have did so well. We have massive support. Everybody has been calling all the time, trying to tell us, go ahead, do everything. They've seen that we can win this, so just keep our heads up and come back home with the trophy, and that's what we did. We just want to say thank you for all the support.
Congratulations again, guys. Congratulations.
This gold medal marks a milestone moment for Dominica and signals a bright future for the country's volleyball program. Antigua claimed silver, while Grenada secured bronze after defeating St. Lucia. The tournament showcased the Caribbean's rising volleyball talent and strengthened bonds across participating nations. And that's all for the sports segment this evening. Stay tuned for the weather report from the Dominica Meteorological Service.
There we go now. Ready for the blow. Rich boy. Hey! Yeah! Consider this.
Hello, good day, and welcome to our weather broadcast for today, Monday, November 17th. I am your presenter, Annie Corretto Joseph. Let's begin with the surface analysis, and just to the east of the Lesser Antilles, we see this trough system which is expected to move across the region tomorrow, Tuesday. We also have a trough system just to the west of the Lesser Antilles. Now, taking a look at the satellite imagery associated with this, and you can see the cloudiness associated with this trough system as it continues to drift towards the west. Over the Lesser Antilles today, we have this trough system. We can see some cloudy conditions, and this is also associated with some low to upper level instability as well, and this maintained mostly cloudy conditions across the region this morning. Now, as we zoom in on Dominica, we can see some multi-layered clouds over the island, and this maintained some cloudy conditions during the course of this morning. Radar imagery indicated some light showers over the island moving towards the north. We also saw some moderate showers just skirting off the east coast this morning. Conditions for tonight, partly cloudy to cloudy skies with a few showers. However, as we move near dawn, we expect to see a slight increase in shower activity with some possible isolated thunderstorm as this trough system nears. Temperatures to cool to near 23 degrees Celsius along the coast and down to about 20 degrees Celsius or cooler in the elevated interior. Winds generally northeasterly, peaking to near 25 kilometers per hour. The next 3 days, a series of trough systems expected to move across the area, maintaining some unstable weather conditions. Expect partly cloudy to cloudy skies with some scattered showers, and there's an isolated thunderstorms possibility during the course of this week. Temperatures to peak near 32 degrees Celsius on the coast, and at night to cool to near 23 degrees Celsius and much cooler down to about 20 in the elevated interior. Winds tomorrow, Tuesday, ahead of the trough system, wind generally northeasterly. As the system moves across the area, winds to shift easterly to east-southeasterly, peaking to near 20 kilometers per hour. On Wednesday and Thursday, winds to maintain east-northeasterly to easterly flow, with winds peaking to near 25 kilometers per hour on Wednesday and down to about 20 kilometers on Thursday. Marine conditions on the west coast, swells to be near 3 feet and on the east near 7 feet. Now, models continue to show elevated wave periods and the presence of northerly swells in the area. So from time to time, we expect to get an increase in ground swells. As a result, the heights of advisory remain in effect. All mariners and seabathers, you are advised to keep updated and to exercise caution. The sun will rise tomorrow at 6:09 a.m. and set at 5:32 p.m. Our high tides tomorrow will be at 2:39 a.m. and 1:48 p.m., while our low tides will be at 7:48 a.m. and 8:54 p.m. For up-to-date information, you can follow us on WhatsApp. You can scan this code to follow our WhatsApp channel, and you can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Dominica Met, or our website at weather.gov.dm. Thank you for viewing, and join us tomorrow for your next weather broadcast. Good day.
And this brings us to the end of tonight's news broadcast for the 17th of November 2025. I'm your presenter, Rick Francis. On behalf of the entire newscast, we say thank you for viewing. This has been EmoNightly News, every moment online. Good night.